Hi there, Mark Lee from overthinkingit.com here. I recently completed my second annual pilgrimage to New York Comic Con, and I wanted to put this video together to give people an idea of what the Comic Con experience is like. First and foremost, it's a lot of people, but beyond that, I would define the experience as one of overstimulation of every sense. Sight, sound, smell, Spidey even, I suppose. But if I really wanted to sum up Comic-Con in just one word, it would be, of course, costumes. Take this one instance here, we've got the red-headed chick and the bee guy, and Hulk and Kick-Ass, Hit Girl and Kick-Ass, Gears of War soldier, an 8-foot-tall Chewbacca, steampunk Iron Man, and Wario, who's dancing to Michael Jackson. Which brings me to the second main thing about Comic-Con. It's about way more than comic books or comic book characters. It's a crowded space where all sorts of pop culture genres and universes coexist and intermingle. I find this both fascinating and bewildering, so I asked some fellow attendees what they thought of this phenomenon.
Yeah, I actually don't really pay attention or care about comics at all, so there's like all this extra stuff is just bonus for me.
Alright, great.
I believe it's a misnomer, because it's more, I think I read somewhere that it was more of a pop con, and it really is, because, I mean, with regards to comics, there's so much more anime here than actual comics, and then you have games are all over the place.
Tons of book publishers too.
Yeah, lots of books,
books
it's not really, Comic-Con is a pretty misleading name.
Gotcha.
It would be more a pop culture con.
Yeah. But just calling it a pop culture con doesn't quite do it justice. A better way to describe Comic-Con is a safe space for the unbridled display of enthusiasm for pop culture. For example, these teenage girls can perform this anime dansurag without fear of ridicule. Throngs of StarCraft enthusiasts gathered for a StarCraft tournament and cheered together what most of them probably only celebrate in private, playing at home by themselves. A frenzied mob swirls around a Marvel spokesman as he gives away free Marvel stuff. You'd think there were refugees in a camp reaching out for bread rations. Fans wait in long queues to get autographs and a few seconds of interaction with celebrities. And those who are really psyched about the upcoming release of the Alien movies on Blu-ray could step inside one of these hibernation chambers to watch a few minutes of footage in glorious, claustrophobic HD. If all this looks intense, it's because, well, it is. But there's a more prosaic side of Comic-Con as well. And this brings me to my third and last point about Comic-Con. Comics are still at the heart of the con, with hundreds of square feet of convention space dedicated to artists and the comics they produce. And of course, they happily coexist next to anime dancers, Wario, Michael Jackson, and this accordion-playing Boba Fett. I end on this note because I love how the weirdness and wonderfulness of Boba Fett playing the accordion so well encapsulates the spirit of Comic-Con. In conclusion, I'll say that Comic-Con isn't for everyone. It can be overwhelming and expensive, but if you get the chance to go, I highly recommend it. Make the pilgrimage once in your life. Dance to Michael Jackson with Wario. Celebrate the weird and the wonderful.